It's a bit dark. Why is it so dark? Hey, what going on? What going on? What going on? Dot Ikurigel Acheru, all the way from talk to dot. Yeah. As usual, I'm a bit early because I need to do like all the whole setup social media things. You know what I mean? So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. If you come into the live, give us a thumbs up or a wave, and so that I know that you're there. You hear me? I'm sure you can. I am sure you can. I'm gonna let's see what's going on. Let's do this. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Show you. We still got about a minute, so let me just set up everything. Let me just set up everything so that so that we can enjoy the show together. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to do this on my own. I want to do this with you. All you lovely people out there, I want to do this with you. You understand? I want to do this with you. Just give me about a minute or so, and I'll have the ball rolling, and then we'll kick it off. We'll kick it off. We'll kick it off. Don't mind me, the beginnings of my lives are always like this when I'm trying to set up and I'm just chatting a whole lot of things. I'm just chatting stuff. All right. Right, I think we can kick off. We've got about an hour to do what we need to do and say what we need to do. Never mind if you didn't catch the live. All right, never mind if you didn't catch the live. You can always, a little bit this way. You can always catch the replay later. If you are online and you want to catch it now, then you can actually catch it now. And then the advantage is that you can get to ask me questions as I do my thing. As I do my thing, you know what I mean? So I'm just sharing it out a bit, see who I can catch online at this time. So, hang on 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Right, I'm live. Right. Okay, right. My name is Dot Ikurigala Chiru. Coming to you today from Talk to Dot, one of my many personalities. So I got Talk to Dot, I've got Ikurigel Diga, and I've got TST Online. So this is on Talk to Dot. I focus on domestic abuse because it's a topic that is really close to my heart. If you're in the live, give us a thumbs up or give us a wave, and I'll shout you out and I'll say, "Hey, what up? I'm hailing." So basically, on Talk to Dot, I try to throw light on domestic abuse and domestic violence because one of the reasons why we have a lot of issues today around domestic violence is because people don't understand what it is. People are in abusive relationships and they don't even realize that they're being abused. And this could happen to men and women. Now, with women, you have a higher percentage of physical violence, With men, you have a higher percentage of emotional abuse. All of these things are domestic violence, by the way. So you might have more women being beaten up than men, but you have a lot of men as well that get abused. But the percentage of abused men is coming from the point of view of emotional abuse, which is, to be honest, terrible, not good at all. So if you like my content, you can check out my YouTube channel. It's Talk to Dot. It says Talk to Dot on YouTube, and check out my videos. If these kind of topics interest you, then it is for one of the many reasons. One, you just like to understand relationships and life and how you can help people, or two, you have questions that you've not been able to answer. Now, one thing I tell people is if you go online and you're trying to understand, you're searching for topics like domestic abuse, what is abuse, what is violence, what is a toxic relationship, what is control. If you're looking for those kind of topics and you're in a relationship, it means that there's something in you that is questioning what's going on. Because like I say to people, if you are in a happy and healthy relationship, you probably wouldn't be checking for those topics, except you're just a truth seeker and someone that just wants knowledge. So that's the question you need to ask yourself. If there's so many things circling around your relationship and you're just like unsettled, then it's something to take a step back and understand what's going on. So yeah, like I said, follow me on YouTube, Instagram, social media. I'm there. It costs nothing, just a couple of just a couple of things I do. In case I see you there, yeah, I'm loyal, always loyal to government. So today, a question that people ask: should I stay or should I go? Now the title alone, yeah, it makes me want to sing this song. Yeah, my voice is not very good, so pardon me, yeah. Should I stay or should I go? Dun 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 dun. If I stay, there could be trouble, yeah. But if I go, it may be double. So come on, just let me know. Should I stay or should I go? It's a question people ask themselves. Should I leave this relationship or should I stay? Now, I will tell you if you should leave or stay. Now, look, I'm a different kind of person. People will say, oh, relationship matters. You must not help a person make a decision. You must not tell them what to do. No, I'm a different person. If I see you in an abusive relationship, if I see you in a relationship that is going to kill you, I will tell you, madam, brother, get out of that relationship. I'm not going to say, oh, I can't tell you what to do. You have to make the choice. Times have changed. Because when you leave an abusive person, when you leave someone who is being abused to make a choice, by the time they make that choice, right, they'll be dead. You understand? So I'm a different kind of person. I will give you all the clues to tell yourself that this is what's going on. But then if you tell me a few things about yourself, or if you say yes to certain things that I'll say now, I will tell you point blank, get out of that relationship. You can't save something from being inside. Even if you're a Christian, in the Bible, they always tell people to go somewhere. Then when you've left the place, you can look back and understand where you're coming from. If you're in a drowning ship, if you're in Titanic and it's drowning, you don't want to stay in there and try to save the Titanic. You want to jump out. You want to come off that ship, and then you can look back and ask yourself, okay, I see the ship sinking. What can I do? But inside it, yeah, trust me, you'll die there, and nobody will understand. So please, I'm of a different mindset, yeah? If it's bad, I'll tell you it's bad. If you need to get out, I'll tell you need to get out. Whether you listen to me or not is up to you. But then I will go with a clean conscience that I did tell you, get out of there. So now, I'll start by saying, what is domestic violence? Domestic violence is any acts of violence used to control by one individual in a relationship, or it could be any other kind of thing you guys are doing, to control or inflict fear upon a person. Basic description or explanation. You can check on Google for a better definition. But when you hear violence, people think that they've been fighting. No, there's different kinds of violence. Yes, my sister, I tell you, just walk away. There's different kinds of violence. So somebody waves their hands at you, like, that is domestic violence because they put fear in you. In your mind, you have to understand psychology. I used to watch horror films. The most scary kinds of horror films are psychological thrillers, where you don't even see the ghost or the vampire, but they leave you to imagine how the person died. It will haunt you for the rest of your life. So a person who hits you, yeah, they hit you, you patch yourself up. You understand? But before you let a person hit you, they've already messed up with your head. So emotional abuse, right? When a person waves their fist at you, in your head, you're thinking, oh my God, they could hit me. And that's all you need to know. If someone can smash the door in front of you, or just pick up the table, throw the chair away, you understand? In your head, you're thinking, wow. You understand? So don't wait to get hit. Before people get hit, they've hit them so many times without touching them. You get me? A person that shouts and rages in such a way that scares you, a person that has the power to control you so much, to choose your makeup, to choose what you wear, choose your suit, to choose who you talk to, choose when you're on the phone. This woman told me this story recently where she said she was in a relationship where, and you know what, if you've never been in an abusive relationship, you might not understand. You think that it's fairy tale, but these stories are real. This one lady said to me, she said, I was in a relationship where he would tell me when to eat. Sometimes I would be so hungry that I would be shaking. And this same person said he loved me, and I was still there. Now you might think she's crazy. No, by the time she got to that stage where someone had the power to control when she ate and what she ate, in her head, she's already damaged. Now this is why I say, if you answer yes to a few things that I'm going to say today, at the end of this show, I'll tell you, get out of that house. I'm not of the school of thoughts that will say, well, I've told you, it's up to you. No, I will tell you, leave the house. Whether you leave or not is up to you. I'm of a different school of thought where if I see somebody or if I see certain things that look like it's abuse, I will pick up the phone and I'll call the police. I don't care. You understand? I better be wrong and I made a mistake than I did nothing and then I go on the metro and I find out my neighbor just got killed. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I live next to them. Why didn't I say nothing? Do you understand? I'd rather be that hairdresser or that doctor or that teacher that saw something that didn't look right and reported it. Report it and be wrong than not say anything and someone gets killed. So yeah, domestic violence. It's someone that controls the money. They choose how the money is spent. You don't have it. You don't have it right. You might be working, but you're not allowed to choose how the money is spent. Or maybe you don't work. You don't have a say in the relationship. One person controls all the decisions. That it could be a man or a woman. These things are not, they're not right. It's not a normal relationship. It's not a balanced relationship. Remind me, I always say this, right? It's a combination of a few things. So you might have someone that controls money. Yeah, they just be a control freak. You understand? But you have to put a few of them together and say, okay, fine. This is like, no, I need to get out. You understand? A person who decides what you eat, what you wear, when you go out, who you talk to, a person who has to be in your business. Like literally, I knew this guy once, his partner, they weren't even married at the time, his fiance, at a wedding had to go to the bathroom, to the ladies. He was a groomsman. Because she spent more than 5 minutes, he left the groomsmen area, the wedding party area, and went to the ladies, outside the ladies. She came out on the toilet and she's like, oh, what are you doing there? Oh, no, I was just worried, I didn't see you. At the time, it made sense because she didn't know. It just looked like, oh my goodness, he's so intense. Like he couldn't, she told her friends. And guess what her friends said? Wow, you're so lucky. Men don't care these days. This guy didn't see you for 2 minutes and he was worried. No. That person is not well. It's not normal. There's people that will call you 1 million times a day. Like, they see you now, they just said bye, they're calling you again. Oh, no, I just wanted to talk about this. Oh, I just had to speak to you before I slept. Oh, I just had to speak to you. They want to take up all your time. They call you lunchtime. They call you before you start work. They call you after work, Saturday, Sunday, every time. You know what? It's not love. It's not like they can't live without you. I mean, that's what they say, I can't live without you. But you know what they're doing? They're trying to control you. That's how it starts. Now, if you're talking to them on your way to work, you're talking to them on your lunchtime, you're talking to them on your way back from work. You're talking to them when you go home. When are you going to talk to anyone else in the world? Do you understand? When will you talk to anyone else in the world? Hey, my sister, what's going on? My sister, what's going on? Elizabeth, I see you. You understand? So what's going on with other people in the world? Nobody should control all of your time. Now, in showing you what domestic abuse is, there's the sexual part of it. There's lots of areas of domestic violence. So you need to understand, it's not just about being hissed. There's a whole lot of things that make up the domestic violence. And I've got lots of videos that talk about elements of it that you can watch. But today, I want to tell you, should I stay or should I go? Should you stay or should you go? It's a question people ask themselves. Now, there's a thin line between a controlling person, a jealous person, an angry person, and somebody who is just a narcissist. Someone who is just flat out crazy. Now, some people, as much as you include the abusive nature, they also have mental health issues. Now, the idea of today's talk is I want to tell you when you should check out. You don't need anybody to tell you. You need to check out, and I need to tell you how to check out. You get me? So if you're with this person that says things like, you have to combine a few of them, like I said. You're with this person that says things like, I can't breathe without you, I can't function without you. They do so many things. They have rage that you can't explain. Like little things tick them off and they get so angry. And after getting so angry and they can see that you're scared, they come back and they give you a heartfelt apology. They will literally cry. You understand? So now on one hand, they're hot. On the other hand, they're weepy. It's an imbalance, potentially bipolar. Because you can't be so angry and so happy. Like you can't understand their emotions. It's up and down, up and down, up and down. The only time things work out in your relationship is when you do exactly what they tell you to do. Every time you say, no, I want to do something else, and it's not a big deal, it becomes an issue where it becomes this big quarrel. Do you know that person that can talk for 4 hours non-stop and they keep saying, I've not made my point, I'm not done talking? You see, these things are not normal. It's called a circular conversation. The person goes around and round and round, and you're asking yourself, over a period of time staying with this person, you begin to ask yourself, am I crazy or something? Why can't I understand this person? That they're not well. You understand? So a person that has to know everything about you, has to know where you are, has to monitor your movements, has to check your phone, check your emails, check with your friends, video call you, wants to just know everything about you. If they don't have any information or something about you, they get edgy, they get angry over nothing. They want you guys to be together all the time, at home all the time, not interacting with the world. Now bump it up a notch. Some of these people, they claim to hear voices, they claim to see things. Now, if you come from the Christian point of view, don't get it confused. Don't get it twisted. It's not a spiritual thing. They're not seeing Holy Spirit or angels. They're not hearing Holy Spirit talking. They're crazy. Do you know this person that is they've gone so far? I like conspiracy theory, right? But some people have gone beyond. You know, this person that talks about alternate realities and aliens and this and that and how they control the weather and all those blah, 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 blah. I have a video coming out tomorrow about that, so you can subscribe to my channel. Click the notification button so you get it when it comes out. This person is almost like they're in cuckoo land. But you just there, you're trying to understand them. Do not try to understand this person. They're not well. Do you know this person that the one day you did something that they didn't like for instance, you needed to go out and you went out and you didn't answer your phone because you were having a good time, by the way, that's what you're supposed to do when you go out. And then you check your phone and there's like 50 missed calls, like back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back. It's not like you went to another town. You just went to hang out with your friends, but you didn't pick up your phone. You didn't give an update of where you were. Missed call, missed call, missed call, message, 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 WhatsApp, normal call, Facebook, everything. They're calling you everywhere. You didn't pick. You see like 50 to 60 missed calls. It's not normal. And then you get home to the person. Now, in your heart, you're already afraid of what's going to happen. Now, the fact that you have that element of fear, it means that you're being abused and you're already afraid of what you live in. Now, let's say the fear hasn't come yet. So you see all these missed calls and you answer the phone finally and you're like, oh, yeah, I saw this missed call. It's like, I tried to call you. What's going on? And the person, why did you pick up your phone? Are these people more important than me? And this and that. I don't want you seeing these people, you know. You know that person? Cuckoo. Anyways, right? This is a combination of a lot of things. Now, do you know, are you in a relationship with that one person where something happened and you said, do you know what, I'm tired of all this policing, this checking up on me, this wanting to know where I am, this controlling my life, what I eat, who I talk to, how I dress, what I do. Do you know what, I'm tired. I don't want again. I want to get out of this relationship. I don't want to do it. The first time you sounded like that, or the first time you put your foot down and disagreed with them and said, no, I don't like this. I want to do this. And it wasn't a bad thing. They blew up. Literally, they just exploded. They didn't hit you. They haven't hit you yet. They just exploded. And you're watching the space like, okay, what's going on here? And then when they see that you're really scared and you're like, all right, I'm checking out. I can't do this anymore. They literally cry and beg you. They really cry. Do you know that person that has told you they can't live without you? If you leave them, they will kill themselves. Have you got that message before? That text message that says, if you don't answer your phone, if you don't take me back, if you don't talk to me, I will die. I will kill myself. Now, understand me. That's not love. That's mental health. The person has gone beyond just being an abusive person. This person will kill you. You know, I like to say this to people, that if someone says they will kill themselves because you left them, they will kill you whether you stay with them or not. Because all it takes is for them to be in a so-called loving relationship with you and one day feel like they're losing you. They will just come home and just kill you and themselves. You hear these stories where man kills woman and children, or woman kills man. You think it just happened one day? You know what triggered it? It was that moment when one partner felt like, I don't have control over them anymore. I can't afford to lose them. So we're all going to die. I'll tell you a very interesting story, right? There was a man who had an affair. But not even an affair. He was a pedophile, really, because he had sex with an underage girl. And the gist came out. He was going to be fired from work. And the gist was going to get to his wife. Now, as opposed to what's it called now? As opposed to just, well, my wife is going to hear about it and stuff. Let's find a way, or go to jail or whatever. He thought about it that, hang on, my wife hears about it. The relationship is over. I'm going to go to jail, potentially. And when I'm in jail, what's going to happen to my wife? What's going to happen to my family? Who's going to be with her? You see how selfish some people are? Guess what this man did? He went home ahead of his wife getting the information, poisoned some drink and everything, acted like they were doing a celebration, and he poisoned his wife. He poisoned her, will kill the kids as well, poisoned everybody, and killed himself. You understand? And he left a note saying, I could not imagine being in jail without her. You see what I'm talking about? So when you're with that person saying, I can't live without you, or you left and they're saying, oh, I'm in a dark place. I can't predict myself. My waters are shaking. I feel imbalanced. You're the one that controls me. You're the one that makes me be a better person. Are you God? You understand? Don't be flattered. There's nothing romantic about it. Sorry I sound like this, but sometimes you need to talk some sense into everybody, even myself. You understand? We need to hear these things because a lot of times people don't know these things, especially in religion. A lot of church folks are so sheltered that they don't know this stuff. They won't teach you this in marriage counseling. They just want you to get married so that they can add to the testimony of the church that X amount of people got married. They won't tell you this. You understand? Someone that is so intense, wants to be around you all the time, you need to take a step back. Why are they in a hurry? I say this and I say it's like a joke. Abusive people, yeah, especially the ones that are a bit crazy, they're like demons, they're like devils. They can't hide their act for a long time. Even though with time they get better. So when they meet you very quickly, they're all over you, oh, let's get engaged. In fact, let me just get her pregnant, or let me just get pregnant for him. Let's get married. Let's move in together. Let's start a business together. You know what they're trying to do? They're not building a life together. You think you're building a life together. No, they're trying to join you together. Just imagine a girl that was sheltered and stuff like that. You go into a relationship with one of these kind of people, and then you're pregnant. He will beg and say, oh, no. But you feel stuck because you're pregnant. What are you going to do? Besides, you love this person, and they're saying they're sorry all the time. It will never happen. When you try to leave, they hold your hand. I can't let you walk out that door. When you walk out the door, it's finished. Let's stay together and let's make this happen. You make me a better person. Without you, I don't know. Like, I have no friends. I have no family. What happened to them? What happened to your friends and family? What did you do with them? Why are you running away from your friends and family? You see what I mean? Are you with that person that will say, oh, no, I don't want to interact with my friends because, they're not good people. They're not good people. So I've changed. I want to be a good person. And you make me a good person. Tell that person that, you see, my brother, yeah, my sister, I'm not God. I can't make you a good person. You make yourself a good person. When you're done making yourself a good person, come back to me. You see what I mean? Don't be deceived by those lines. And then the times we live in don't make it easy. It's difficult to find a good man or a good woman. So when you find one that looks good, especially with the men, it's difficult to find a man that wants to settle down. When you see that one that wants to settle down and acts like, oh, he's a good Christian, he's got a job and all that, he checks the boxes. And he's a man that is in touch with his emotions. I remember someone saying that one thing I like about this guy is that he's in touch with his emotions. He's not afraid to cry. He's not afraid to beg. Give it fast forward a few years later, this guy was dealing with this girl. She couldn't believe he was the same person. It's not a bad thing for a man to be in touch with his emotions, but you have to understand there's a difference. You understand? You can't shout and cry. Now, what are you crying for? Did someone die? You understand? You can't, if you're in a relationship that keeps starting all over, the woman or the man keeps saying, I'm so sorry, let's start all over. 5 years later, you're still starting all over. You're still going in a circle, making the same mistakes. He still shouts at you because you went out. She still tears all your clothes and your documents because you made a phone call to someone or you spoke to your sister. They don't change. They'll keep going around in a circle. One of the things I said in my video that is coming out tomorrow, please don't miss that video, you're going to love it, is before you dated this person, remember, right? Maybe they're like 20-something, 30-something, 40-something. You know how many people they've dated? They've been perfecting their acts. Just do you know what? Do some investigative journalism, right? Go and look for their exes. You'll be shocked what you hear. And please don't think that it's a disgruntled ex. You understand? Some might be disgruntled ex, but settle down and listen to what they're saying. When you hear the things that are going on in your relationship, you have to know, run. Now, people say don't tell someone when to run, but I'm telling you, if you're with that person that doesn't want you to interact with anyone, doesn't want you to talk to your friends and your family, wants to check everything, say, oh, we must share our passwords, we must do this, I must be there when you make a phone call, I can't let you go, I don't want you to go out, we must go out together, oh, I'll kill myself if you leave me, I can't cope without you. You know what I'm telling you, my brother, my sister, get out of that place. Get out of that place. Because that person one day, for no reason, they will kill you. You understand? A person that cannot afford to lose you, it's such a big deal to lose you. It's like, oh, I can't let you go. I'll die without you. No. They will die with you as well. You understand? A relationship is not a prison sentence. It's supposed to be something beautiful, something interesting, something that makes you blossom. When you're in that relationship, that after a couple of months, you do not recognize yourself anymore. You haven't seen your friends for ages. You haven't talked to your friends for ages. You haven't done any of the things that you used to do. You've watched your life change so much that you begin to question yourself. Who am I? Like Jackie Chan. Who am I? Take a step back. You need to get out of that place. You understand? Now, walking out of a relationship doesn't mean it's over. It's giving you that one opportunity to come out of it and look back at what you're in and ask yourself, does that make any sense? Now, one thing you need to do when you're in those kind of relationships, is discreet. Exit plan. You need to know what you're doing. Don't call these kind of people out. Don't tell them, oh, it's over, I'm going. You will not leave the house. I'll tell you a story. One of my names, by the way, storyteller. So I like to tell stories because I think that people like stories anyway. Story. This one woman, right? She was married in church. Fantastic relationship, everything. This guy never hit her one day. He had all those up and down emotions and stuff like that. He would do something terrible and then he would cry. He would do something terrible and then he would cry. But they kind of like managed themselves. One day she just realized, like, we're going in circles. She decided to do her research and she checked. And she saw that these things, man, they don't make sense. It's not right. There's nothing normal here. I've had enough. I want to go. The mistake she made was she did that with him. So they had an argument over a very small thing. And she said to him, this relationship is over. I'm leaving. Guess what he said? He said, you're not walking out that door. Like his mood, everything changed. This is a story. It's on the internet. It's a real life story. She said, I had never seen that human being before in all those years we were married. He grabbed her by the wrist. He said, they're not leaving. She's not leaving. He said, we will die here today. You understand? So you can imagine being married to a person for all those years and she had never seen that side of him. What made her see it? She realized who he was and she said she was going. Do not call these people out because the day you call them out, you will see a side of them you've never seen. The end of that story was this guy grabbed her. He was smashing the TV, smashing everything. It became she kind of like understood what was going on and she stopped and she started crying. She said, I'm so sorry. She played the game. I'm so sorry. I can't leave you. I was just upset. And then the guy was raging. He was like, are you sure? It's like, I was just upset. She held him. She rubbed his back. She did all those things. Of course, she took him to the bedroom and did what she had to do because you have to like diffuse the situation in any way. You don't have any idea what people in abusive relationships have to do to stay alive. But that's why when you tell them to go, they don't have the power to go. Sometimes you have to bust them out of there. She did everything, cooked him a meal, massage, did the whole sex, everything he wanted, she did it. Because she saw that this guy, she never even knew him. He would have killed her that day. She now had to make a phone call to the police when she had the time. Of course, she didn't do it instantly because he was watching her move. He needed to know that, okay, she's not going anywhere. He made sure he was monitoring her phones, her movements, her emails and everything. She gave it a couple of weeks, going months. And then she made that call to the police and told them what was going on. And then they said, you need to get out. They explained everything to her. Second mistake she made, he found out that she'd been doing some research. And that day, the guy said, we're going to die today. He said, I will not let you leave and I can't live a life without you. This guy was going to kill her. He held her on her neck and he was choking her. She was screaming, she was kicking, she was crashing. It was the sound and the noise that alerted the neighbors that made them call the police. Guess what? It took 4 police officers to remove that man from that woman. He would have killed her. Do you know what? Let me shock you. They had been married for 14 years. She had never seen that side of him before. You know why it took that long for her to see it? All those years, she was one of those people that was very compliant. She did everything he asked her for, even when it didn't make any sense. So I tell you, if you are in a relationship with someone that is so quick to say, I will die without you, someone that wants to keep you in the house and not have you interact with anyone, someone that says the whole world is bad, someone that is into too many conspiracy theories, that sees aliens and talks to aliens and sees things moving and believes that people are after him, hates women, hates men, hates everybody, wants to track your movement, like you're a person of interest, they must, and they sell it to you like, no, I'm protecting you. It's not an intense person, it's not an overcaring person, it's a sick person. Now, if you are in that situation, my advice for you is that you need to get out, but do not call them out. When you find out that you're in that kind of situation, you need to think about your exit plan. You need to talk to someone. Yeah, you can talk to Dot. But it depends on where in the world you are. You need to find somebody and talk to. And it needs to be a reasonable person. Because some of those geezers out there will tell you, oh no, just stay now. He hasn't hit you yet. Just stay. It's not that bad. You need somebody. If you're close to your family, you need to tell your family. If you've never actually told your family about what's going on in your relationship, you need to start talking. Because I see no reason why you shouldn't talk to your family. Why would you get into a relationship with someone and all of a sudden they say your friends are no good, your family, they're bad, they want to cut you off from these people. They're trying to cut you off from your support system, the people that will wake you up. These people have been there since you were born. These people are your pillars. So someone comes into your life, they're coming into your community, not breaking you out of your community. It's not like you were in a toxic environment. You had solid friends and solid family. Why wouldn't you talk to them? Guess what? The first time you tell somebody about your relationship, the things that you thought were normal, when you see the way they will freak out, like, then you realize what you were in. Because a lot of times, like, when you're in that cycle, illusion, you don't understand what you're going through. Talk to people. I don't agree with a relationship that says, oh, don't talk to anyone. Don't talk to anyone. There are different kinds of talk. There's gossip, where you just want to talk about everything. The guy doesn't have money. She's not fine. She's not good in bed. That's rubbish talk. But there's talk where I don't understand that he just gets so angry, like I spilled milk on the floor and he just smashed the cup. That is talk. That's talk that needs to go on. You understand? That's not talk that you keep quiet about. That's not talk you keep quiet about. There's talk where, ah man, the guy, I don't understand him. He doesn't, when he's sleeping, he's snoring. That's just nonsense talk. That doesn't mean anything. But there's talk where you're saying, I spoke to my mom and he seized my phone. Why would somebody seize your phone? Are you 2 years old? You're an adult. You're not a child. Why would somebody seize your phone? Why would someone seize your tablet? That is the kind of talk you should be having. Not, unnecessary talk. Those ones are just gossip. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in you not keeping quiet about what's going on in your house so that people can see it and tell you it's not right. Do you understand? Like, someone posted a couple of things and I was watching a space where people were coming into that post and say, that's not right. That doesn't make sense. But the reason why the person made that post was this man got to a point where he didn't know what was right or what was wrong. So he just did a random post to see people's reactions. And he was shocked that he had been living in a life that was not normal. He was been living in a life with a woman that was not normal at all. You understand? So there's lots of twisted people out there. It's not your place to fix them. You can't fix them. You understand? If they need to be fixed, let them say they need to be fixed and let them go and fix themselves. You're not God Almighty. Yeah? Leave them to God and just say, you know what? I love you as a person, but you just need to go your way, yeah? Just go your way. Go to the church and get prayers, go and fix yourself. You understand? Because some of these things, right, they go beyond. They go beyond you. These things have been going on and on. And I know, yeah, you've planned a life with this person. You've planned a future, how this child will look, how the child will look like this parent, or how they'll build a house together. You have this plan in your head. That plan is what keeps you there. That's what they're using to tie you down. They've promised you a future. You're building a life together. But the funny thing, you're not building a future with them. You're building their future. And when they're done with you, they will dump you and move to the next person. And that's the worst kind. Do not stay in abuse. It will mess up your life so much that you will not even know how to pick yourself up. Do not get involved in an abusive relationship. You understand? There are three kinds of people. There's those that are not in a relationship and potentially about to jump into one. They've seen a lot of things that they're questioning and they're saying, oh, you know what? I can fix it. I can deal with it. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Don't enter. Because when you go into it, it's a different ball game altogether. The second set of people are those that are in it. And it all depends on how long you've been inside. Once you go inside, right, it's brainwashing. Do you understand? It's not simple brainwashing. You might not understand. You see, psychologists have proved that the same methods that narcissists, abusive people use on their victims is the same kind of method that is used on war victims. You know what they do, like when they catch an American, you watch films now. When they catch an American soldier, sorry, I need to sneeze. This just had to happen on Facebook Live. I hear when you sneeze, it has to happen 3 times so you can be free. 2, so there's 1 more to go. You watch American movies, right? When they catch this soldier, yeah, the bad guys catch the soldier, and they do everything to break their spirits. And finally, they are broken. They begin to tell everything about their government. You understand? This is a strong soldier. They lose their willpower. They're broken. That's the equivalent of the same kind of strategy that an abusive person used on their victim. So when you see a woman or a man in an abusive situation, they're like puppets. That's what they've done to them. So the second set are people that are in it. They've been there for so long that they've been broken. They've been broken beyond repair. The third set are those that are beginning to wake up. I do these videos because my intention is to wake people up. I want to wake those that are about to enter. Don't enter. Because when you enter, it's a different ball game. Those ones in it, you're in it. I want to show you how to manage the situation, if it is manageable. There are those that need to wake up so they can wake up and do something about it before they die in there. Because sometimes it might just be that one thing you see that will make you say, oh my goodness, this is what's going on in my house. This is not normal at all. No, that's what's going on in my house. That's not normal. It might just be that one conversation, that one video that will make you understand that it's not normal. There are those that are now ready to get out, but they don't know how to get out. Why? They got children. What's going to happen with the children? They don't have a job. How am I going to survive? Where am I going to go? I don't have a family that support me. So there's all these things. So if you're not in it, please don't enter. Because when you enter, it's a different level altogether. You understand? Different level. So yeah, are you in a relationship? Do you have a brother or a sister that even in your heart you know, this person fit the craze? In your heart you know, this person might just be crazy because of the kind of conversations they have, because of the kind of rage, because of the way they shout, they're aggressive, and then they break down and says, do you know that person? Honestly, you need to be saving their partners because their partner is in big trouble. Are you in that relationship with that kind of person? If you are, then you need to get out. Understand? Like I said at the beginning of the live, I'm not mincing words at all. You are better off out of that relationship. Stay from a good distance and watch the space and see. The first thing, I'll take it a bit further. When you come out of that kind of relationship, yeah, these are the tricks they will use to try and get you back. I'm so sorry, it will never happen again. I'm going to die if you don't come back. I can't function, I can't cope. I'll kill myself. Leave that thing. Yeah, some of them do actually kill themselves because those ones, they've gone beyond. But you know what? There's some of them 10 years later, they're still alive. In fact, they married 3 or 4 times later, had many children. So these are just manipulation techniques to get you back. And because they know you're that kind of person that will fall for it. That's why they keep doing it. You leave somebody, you tell somebody you're going and they said they're going to kill themselves. Please just better be going. You're just say, come and, how do they say it now? Come and be going. Yeah, you understand? Come and be going. They're not going to change. People keep saying, oh, can an abusive person change? Can a narcissist change? What are you talking about? How are they going to change? This is who they are. This is who they are. And even if they can change, you're not the one that can change them. Not you. All the other women and men before them, before you, they didn't change them. They didn't succeed. Oh, you know, my ex-girlfriend, she was too quarrelsome. She had no respect. She just this, she just that. All of your exes were bad, including your sisters and your brothers. Everybody, my boss was bad. This person, this person. There's one common denominator, and it's you now. The whole world can't be bad and you're good. If you're that good, you won't be here. Jesus would have taken you a long time ago. Rapture, straight. You understand? You know those people now. Come on, you know them. They're all around you. They're all around you. Do you have that friend? You guys, once you just got into that relationship, once he got into that relationship, you don't see the person again. Oh, you know, they're in love, relationship things, you know, inside life things. What are you talking about? Somebody has caged them. You see, an abusive relationship, right, is like a prison sentence. Once you get into that jail, right, you can't come out. You need to earn your freedom. When I mean freedom, not even the real freedom, the freedom that the abuser gives you. The freedom to talk to your friends. The freedom to go out. The freedom to wear what you want to wear. To eat what you want to eat. You have to earn it. So they will keep you on lockdown for a period of time where they need to break you down psychologically. The first time they let you out, they're watching. If you mess up, you're coming back into jail sentence. So they're letting you go out to see, will this person, will he conform when he's out there? Will she conform? Will she comply when she's out there? You understand? Fancy telling someone, okay, yeah, you can go see your mom, go see that. You know, all the way on the journey, the person is on the phone with you until you get to where you're going. You understand? You get to where you're going, video call. video call, video call, video call, video call. It's almost like, yeah, they let you go out, but then you were not allowed to interact. Wrong. So back it up. Yeah, back it up. If you have any questions, yeah, shoot me the questions. This is the time to fire me the questions, yeah. I've done this thing wrong now again. Oh man. Yeah, so if you have any questions, yeah, start shooting me the questions so I can start answering you. I'm getting hungry now. I want to eat something. Good advice, equal woman. Yeah, you understand? So there's some people that can't change. It's not your job. It's not your job to change them. You understand? You can't change them. You understand? If they need to be changed, let them go to their mummies to change their pampers. According to someone, the person says, the only person that needs to be changed, if a grown man needs to be, no, the only kind of man or woman that needs to be changed is someone that needs to change their pampers. And and another one says, if you need to be controlled, then you need to go and get a remote control because come on, you're not a puppet now. Think about it. Even God Almighty doesn't control you, but He's got the power to control. He gave you free will. Even God Almighty doesn't isolate you. Look at the story of the first two people, right? Let's take it to religion because a lot of people are quite religious. The first two people on earth, Adam and Eve. He first made Adam, right? Adam was lonely. He created Eve. But you know what? He didn't even create Adam in one isolated place. Before he created Adam, right? He created all the animals and everything to make that place a community where this guy could survive. Then what next? Oh man, this guy is so lonely. Give him a woman. You understand? This is what they do. Even Cain, that was the first murderer, that they should have just sent him to asylum, one isolated place. They sent him to where there were people. You understand? And they still gave him a mark. I said, when they see your mark, they're not going to kill you. So even the creator of the universe does not believe in isolation. Do you see what I mean? All the times he's asked people to move to a different place. They said, I will send you to a land that I will show you. These lands are not bare lands. You're going with your community there. So when someone says that they want you to be an island, what are you talking about? That's devilish from the pit of hell. You understand? If you want to go religion, that's what it is. If I had somebody was asking me like, what would be your one recommendation be? And I say this all the time, like a joke and seriously. I say all the time as a joke and I say that seriously. Yeah? You want to get married. You want to do HIV test to make sure the person is clean. Good idea. For Africans and Asians, you want to do genotype so that you don't have a sickle cell child. Good idea. But you know one thing you need to do? If I could recommend, yeah? Go and do a psychological evaluation of some people. Because some people are crazy and they can hide it. Some people got multiple personalities. They can hide it very well, but only for a short time. And you know that because they're in a hurry. They're in a hurry to lock down that relationship. Get you pregnant, marry you, engage you, whatever. And once they get you to that point, they will always show you. They will always test. Like after they ask you, after you said yes to them, they put a ring on your finger, they will show you one of their characters. And they will see how you react. If you rebel, they will apologize, they will beg. Because they haven't got you locked down. Fix a wedding date. Once you get married, I know somebody where the person's husband, they just said the I do's. On the way to the reception, the guy blew up for one reason. And everybody at the wedding were looking like, okay. But you know what? You're already married. You're going to end the marriage and walk out. No, you're thinking, okay, I can sort this, I can calm his storm, I can do that. That's how it started. You understand? I know someone who never touched their spouse. But on the wedding day, in the reception, for one small thing, this guy beat his wife. Now the woman is thinking, what am I going to do? Should I walk out? I just got married. So you see, they try to bind you together. Now in the marriage, they're thinking, okay, she can still go. What do we do? Pregnant. She what? Okay. Pregnant. You see what I mean? So you have a child now. Oh, where am I going to go with a child? I don't want to be a baby mom. I don't want to do this. Child number 2. Every time they feel like they lose it, they'll do, oh, let's buy a house together. Oh, let's go on this fancy holiday. They will always do that one thing that they can come back and say, after all I did for you, I gave up my friends for you. I gave up my family for you. Did you ask them to do that? They chose to give up their friends and family. But you know the real reason why they gave up their friends and family? Because they're trying to build an alibi. Because they know this thing very well. When the relationship falls apart, they want to be able to justify the fact that you are the terrible person. So imagine a guy who who had a friend, who had friends, who was very social. They got involved with you and claimed that they had changed. Those people are bad influence and they stuck with you. Now, you've never met their friends or talked to them. From their friend's point of view, this girl came into our friend's life and took him away from us. So the day that relationship ends, they will say she was crazy. You see now, since she came into my life, I couldn't come to see you people. You never asked them to cut off from their friends and family. They chose to do that. They chose to do that because they are building a story already. Guess what? While you're in the relationship playing the good wife or the good girlfriend, they're already building a case. Have you ever walked into a place where people look at you funny and you're thinking, I've never spoken to that person. Why are they looking at me like, say, I be winch? Why are they looking at me like I'm a bad person? Somebody has been doing over time on your behalf, behind your back, because they want a situation where when they start telling their story, nobody's going to believe you. But guess what? It doesn't matter whether anybody believes you. Free yourself. You don't need anybody's truth. You don't need anybody to believe your truth. Your truth, is your peace. If that relationship is smelling, literally, if it stinks, if you don't have the mouth, you don't have the voice to talk, get out of it. Nobody has the right to treat you like trash. Even your father or your mother did not treat you like trash. So who is that person? Who be that? You get me? Sorry, I'm going into language now. Understand? So if you're in a relationship that makes you feel less than a human being, do not stay there. Get out. Get out of it before it becomes too late for you. In the UK, there's lots of numbers you can call. Call these numbers. There's lots of anonymous chats you can have online. Go on these chats. Start by, if you still don't believe what I'm saying, right? Start with these chats. Go online and chat, or just call the 101. Is it 101? 101 anonymous number. I just talk about your situation. Just say just a few things, and you see how they respond. When people start telling you like you're undermining your situation, no, you need to go. Oh no, you're not safe. Then you will know you're not safe. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. If you're in that kind of relationship, you are not safe. It does not get better at all. It only gets worse and worse. And what they want to do is to break you down completely and psychologically to a point where you just comply. Once they have you in that state, it now means that, fine, they can go ahead and do whatever, anyhow they want to do it, and you're fine. You understand? So, my dear people of the world, this is your girl, Dot Ikurege Achiru, all the way from London, coming to you, Talk to Dot, one of my many personalities. If you have a question about this business of, what's it called now? Domestic abuse, domestic violence. Do I need to go? Do I need to stay? Please feel free to send me a message. Please feel free to post your comments right now. If you're in an abusive relationship, you might not be able to do your posts right here because, these things are open and they're public and your abuser might be watching to see what you're up to. You can send me an inbox message, but with these kind of people, depends on the kind you're dealing with. If your inbox messages are being monitored, then you have to be smart. You send that message, you delete it instantly. You get me? There's a way to go about this. You have to be smart. You understand? Streetwise. You have to remember who you are. After a couple of years, right? You begin to feel like, oh, I'm not smart anymore. I'm useless. I'm this, because that's what they've told you for years. But guess what? If you were not smart, if you were useless, if you were ugly, if you were all those things they tell you, they wouldn't have come. Abusive people go for A-class people. Do you understand? They go for people that have got a good career, people that have intelligence. You might be saying, oh, I don't have a good career, I'm not working. No, there's something about you. Something about you that knows how to build and how to carry a person and how to organize. They go for those kind of people. So you're not smart. You are very smart. You are exceptional. You are a unique person, and that's why they picked you. You understand? Okay, let me go spiritual. Like church things, right? You understand? Like oh God, I don't want to say it like a joke. I want to sound serious, right? Like the devil, right? The devil demons don't just possess any kind of people. Because some people are just outright useless. They don't need them. So why would they want to possess you? They go for people with equality. Do you understand? They go for people with musical gifts. Because their intention is that when I possess this musician, I can use them. They go for someone who's got a business plan. Because once I infiltrate their business, that business plan will work for the dark kingdom. They go for people that, they are influencers. You understand? They know how to influence things. They know how to get people to follow them. When they talk, you follow them. But they're good people. These are people that darkness likes to follow. It's the same thing with abusive people. They don't go for random people. They go for people that are unique. They go for unique people because they need those people. They need those people in their lives. I hear some women say, oh, I don't know how he's coping, he's missing me. No, he's fine. Of course he says he's missing you, but you know what he's missing? He's not missing you, Pamela. He's not missing you, Angela. She's not missing you, Frederick. They miss what you were doing for them. You understand? They miss what you did for them. They don't have that anymore. So that's what they miss. So when they send you those messages, when they cry, when they send people to talk to you and beg you, they want to have that thing that you were doing for them. The only time they don't come back looking for you because they've already found someone doing it. So please, don't be deceived. The Bible says, be not deceived by the devices of the enemies or something like that. You get me? Please clarify. So the ones with non-abusive guys are not better people. You understand? Like the when you say non-abusive, right? Abuse is abuse. We're talking about. Are you talking about like hitting someone or emotional abuse? Because the guys that are not abusive in any way, they're fine. But if someone is abusive, whether they hit you or not, it's the same thing. Because like I said, before someone hits you, they've already done the emotional abuse thing first. Picture a girl that meets a guy and on the first date he slaps her. She's going to walk out unless that girl is damaged already. She's already damaged goods. No normal person will just meet someone, a person just slaps you and you're like, okay, fine, you slapped me, sorry, sir. That's not normal. You understand? That is not normal at all. So most people, before you get to the stage of being hate, it starts with mind control. Yeah? Or do you want to did I answer it? You want to re-ask the question or, what up, sister? Wagwan. Yeah, so I mean that's just what it is. No normal person will meet somebody, and that's why the women stay. That's why the men stay, because when they met these people, when they dated them, they were A1 guys. They were guys that were in touch with their emotions. You see people, if you listen to stories of abuse, it's the same story. Like, so I'm just being mindful of the time. Just wanted to clarify. Okay, the abusive people don't. She said they don't go for random ladies. Yeah. So people with non-abusive guys. Oh yeah, I see what you mean now. I see what. No. I'm just trying to. No. I mean, good people go for good people. Nonsense, girl. Get out. Good people go for good people. And, but bad people don't go for bad people. That's what I'm trying to say. Bad people go for good people. But they make the good people feel like they're bad people. It's simple. A good guy can find a good girl and they'll be fine. They'll be all right. But have you seen one nasty girl looking for a nasty guy? No, they want the guy that's got something to offer. Everybody wants to see what they want to grab. You understand? Abusive people, right? Abusive people, they're broken people. They're people with issues. I don't like to make excuses for them. There's a whole school of thought psychology that talk about childhood trauma and this and that. Honestly, I can't even stomach trying to defend these people in any way. So they're twisted people for sure. They are really, really, really twisted. No, it's not for people that are just in abusive relationships. You understand? It's for all kinds of people. You understand? Because you might know someone who is in an abusive relationship and they don't know. So it might be your job to save them. Yeah, because a lot of people don't know. You'll be surprised. Like, I remember one girl saying that she watched a video on Facebook and it is only men that abuse a few years back. No, Mike. We've just said it. I tried to flip it like man, woman. So I tried to say he did this, she did that. And I've said that statistically, men face more of emotional abuse because a lot of times you have men who are bigger and stronger than women. I mean, I know when I was growing up, I know this woman that used to beat her husband. You understand? Beat her husband. But a lot of times with a man-woman relationship where the man is the victim, it's a lot of emotions because a man that has found himself with an abusive woman, the man is kind of like the female version of what goes on. So he's that kind of person that doesn't want trouble. So if she pushes him, he doesn't push her back because he knows what's going to happen. So you find these men like, you're a stupid man, look at you don't have a good job, look at you, you're ugly, look at you can't do this. So they do all that stuff. You understand? And trust me, when it comes to emotional manipulation, trust me, you remember the story of Eve now? You understand? For Eve to get a man that saw God, Eve did not even see God. You understand? Adam walked with God. He saw God. In fact, two of them, one and the same. Like, guys. And God spoke to Adam directly. But Eve was able to tell this guy, eat that apple. So when it comes to manipulation, like men are still learning. You understand? So when a man finds himself in an abusive relationship, I really, really feel for them because it will take them a while to understand. And just like women get broken down, the man will get broken down. That's why a lot of times when I talk about domestic violence, it's not so much about the hitting, because the whole breakdown of someone's psyche starts from the emotions, and that's what men go through. I've met men that came out of abusive relationships that when you see them, sharp guys, but they've been broken so much that they don't even know if they're going or if they're coming. They've lost their self-esteem, they've lost everything. You understand? They've lost every single thing just because of a woman that has torn them out psychologically. You know, I know women that will say, that will, because they've done that to the man, they've damaged the man, they will slap him, say, look at you, you can't even fight back. They want a reaction. But you know what? He won't do that. He will stay. I know women that will say, yeah, I'll take the children away from you. You will never see them again ever. So you have those. So men suffer as much as women do. You understand? So it's just, when I talk about domestic violence and domestic abuse, man, woman, child, nobody is spared. But what I'm trying to say is you need to know the signs so you don't fall into it. Just like a woman sees this guy and the guy's like, hurry, hurry, let's marry, let's get pregnant, let's do this. You also have guys that meet these girls that are just in a hurry. Ah, man, she's just fine. I don't know why she understands me like that. I don't know why she does this. You understand? And people, it's very difficult for a man who gets hit, for instance. How is he going to tell his guys that his wife beats him? Like, say, oh boy, that's why you don't try you. You understand? So there's all that whole ego thing. Like, he can't even talk about it. At least women are kind of trying to talk. Somehow they manage to say stuff about what's going on. But like a man, he doesn't have anyone to talk to. His guys will not support him. Like, come on, you can't manage your house. The guy is not a smart man. You understand? So it's very difficult for men, and they suffer a lot because they have a lot to lose. So they stay there and they just die. They're just dying every day inside it. So it's abuse is abuse. It's the same tactics. The same tactics a man will use to get a woman. It's kind of the same tactics that a woman will use to get a man. Difference is, the day a woman says to an abusive man that, okay, I don't agree with what you're saying, he'll probably slap her and beat her up that day. With a man who is in that kind of relationship, the day the man says, I don't understand this behavior, I'm not doing it again, she'll cry. She'll say she'll kill herself. She's not going to fight him and say, I'll beat you if you go. No, I'm not going to do that. Oh, no, what is it? No, I'm going to die. You know, she uses the emotions because she knows he loves her. And he will think about it, okay, fine, we can work on this. You keep working. Some maths, some equations, like some of those equations we did in secondary school, when you say, if x is equals to this and y is equal to that, 2 over 2 parentheses this and parentheses that, is it equal to true or false? You know, those kind of maths here. There's no solution. It's just there. That's the kind of people we're dealing with, yeah? So, my people, men get abused, terrible. Women get abused, terrible, you know. But the problem we have in life is, and the thing I'm trying to correct is, people look at physical scars, which is why people think that men don't get abused. Because you hardly see the scars. But with women, yeah, when you push it a bit, you see the scars. It's like women only get abused. Before that woman got hit, she has been psychologically damaged. And that's what men go through. Right, let me see. With all these big glasses, I can't see you. Let me see what's it's saying. Thanks a lot. I have a lot of people talking to me about abuse. I'll just pass them on to you. Yeah. People need to understand this stuff here. I do lots of videos on YouTube. Check out my YouTube channel. Yeah, Talk to Dots. Yeah, go to Talk to Dots. Subscribe to my channel. You know, click the bell so that you know when the new videos are coming out. I break these things down. I break it down. And like the live says, should I stay or should I go? If you've experienced these things I'm talking about, you cannot fix it. If somebody of 35 years old, 20 years old has not fixed, you're not going to be able to fix that person. Get out. That's just the truth of it. Just get out of it. You know, if you're a man, don't tell the woman that, you know what, I've had enough, I'm going. She will dagger you that day. You understand? You're not going. You all die there together. Like I said, don't call these people out. Just, you know what, you hug her, kiss her, go to work and just don't come back. You get me? Then where you are in that hotel, you make that phone call to say, you know what, we've been doing these things and I can't. I need to step aside and let's see. Then from your safe distance, watch the space and see if it's something that you can fix. But you can't fix it inside. For a woman who is in an abusive situation, don't call the guy out and say, oh, you know what, I've had enough today. He'll kill you. That day, you're not going anywhere. Let him go to work. Make your plans and check out. Then from wherever you are, Make that phone call and say, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I've gone. Let's see what Mike is saying. Our society isn't helping abuse people. So many women have been asked exactly the point. You see, this is the thing, it's the mindset, which is why I'm hoping that people, I don't know, it's like an individual awakening. You just have to leave society sometimes and just wake up. It's not easy. You just have to be rebellious. You just have to be rebellious and just do your own thing for your life. If I had a speech, an open letter to the public, for every woman that died in an abusive home, everybody that said they should stay, you are responsible for her death. You are all murderers. For every man that ended up killing himself, taking his life because he suffered abuse so much that he couldn't take it and decided that I need to kill myself. He's not a stupid person. He's not a joke. He didn't want to end his life. He wanted to end his pain and his suffering. That's why he did it. All those people that say, my guy, stay there, waiting, you all killed him. That's all I can say. I was talking somewhere and someone said, these women that leave, are they going to be happy being single mothers, baby mamas? What are you talking? What's the baby mama? It's not a baby mama. Your relationship failed and you chose to walk out. Doesn't make you a baby mama. A baby mama is a different term. Let's not mix things here. A baby mama is just someone that randoms about with different men and just wants to have children and not settle with anyone. A baby daddy is someone that just does the same thing. A single father is someone whose relationship failed and chose to walk away for his safety and his sanity. And those children will do better with two of you being apart and, sanity and peace. Society will say stay. Your pastor will say, pastors, church, worst. They'll tell you to stay, but you're the one suffering. You're the one suffering and smiling. You get me? Look at that lady that died in Nigeria now. The one that died recently, that the husband beat her. What did he beat her over? She went for a program. He said she came back late. With 4 months, that'd be 6 months pregnancy, I think. Beat her. Her spleen burst. She died. Her WhatsApp messages showed that she's been sending messages talking about her situation, and she was told, you're pregnant. You have 3 children. You don't want to be a single mother. Stay there. Now she's dead. They're talking about her story on Facebook. They all killed her. All of them. If I can, it's just that the WhatsApp was, the name was crossed out. I would have written all of them and say, I hope you guys are all happy now she's dead. You killed her. Do you understand? So, my people, that's just what it is. Society does not help at all. It doesn't help, especially in Nigeria. African culture started off with being abused, abusive relationships. And it's something that's accepted. I said something the other day when people were talking about the increased number of divorce, and I said, well, the increased number of divorce today is as a result of bad parenting from the past. While we hail, African parents don't help. While we're saying that the other generation had fantastic marriages, what are you talking about? They produce this generation of men and women that can't stick together. They produce these men and women of today that have issues. Not all of them, but some of them. The decline today we're seeing in marriage is because of bad parenting. See, these behaviors in abusive men and women, it came from their childhood, what they grew up seeing. So are you a man and a woman? You're fighting every day in your house, or you don't fight, but your children can sense that our parents are not at peace. But you say, I don't want to be a single parent, let's stay together. You're raising the next bunch of abusive people, psychopaths, sociopaths, narcissists. That's what you're raising. 20 years from now, they'll be doing the same thing. The next generation always does times 10 of what their predecessors did. If I was to say something to a person, what I said, when you want to get married, go and know the family. Don't marry. In those days, you want to get married, your parents will send scouts. But then they just check, is there a mad person in the family? Any witchcraft? Just one of those basic things. Is there any obanji or one of those things, But now you need to understand how a family, how they are. So family, they were raised to hustle, how to undo each other, how to survive. This person is a witch, that person is a witch, Imagine somebody raised in that kind of family. In a family where when the father shouts, everybody take off. Shut up your mouth when I'm talking. Imagine a boy raised like that. When he grows up, it would take a miracle for him not to believe that is how to treat a person. Imagine a girl that was raised in a family where when the father say A, the mother will say B. She will fight. She will tear his clothes. She will embarrass him and make a public spectacle. For her mother has taught her that is the way forward. Now that girl grows up to go and meet one guy that just had a normal family where they cuddle, soft, do stuff like that. Before the guy says A, slap. Shout. He's not used to that because he can't understand. He's trying to understand, okay, let's dialogue, because that's how he was raised. But he's fallen in love with someone who's got a different upbringing. And that upbringing, I tell you, Jesus come back now and tries to deliver you, it's going to be difficult to change it because it's DNA now. It has now become DNA. Imagine a guy who, whenever his mother spoke, his father would slap her. And that's what he saw. You know, some of them grow up to be different, but then he grows up to have a girlfriend who says, why are you talking to me like that? Bah! You understand? Because for him, that is it. I used to know this person where his words are, you're undermining me. I demand respect. I demand that you listen to me. You have to comply. That's how this guy literally spoke. That's how he spoke to his partner. You understand? But where is that coming from? It's not him. That is how he grew up. For him, that's how a woman should respond to a man. Even though this is several generations later, but that's what he saw. You need to know the families of these people, yeah? Who you're getting married to. Go and know them before you enter. Because you just go and enter now and, we'll now start thinking about how to save you from the situation. But then it's too late. You understand? Once a person is damaged emotionally, psychologically, a man or a woman, you don't understand where you started. It's like coronavirus. I say this like from a good place. Like coronavirus, any other virus. Once you contract it, yeah, spread. Once somebody has gone through an abusive relationship, spread. Spread. So that's just what it is, That's what it is. So you're in a relationship, the person has already started demanding this and that. Just walk away. Don't even enter. But these people are so good that when they see that you're going to walk away, they will change. But they can only change for a short time, long enough to keep you locked down. Once they get you in the position that they need you to be in, that's it. All hell breaks loose. And then once you're already in a committed relationship where you have children or you're married, what will people say? Single mother, single father, failed marriage. God hates divorce. Oh, maybe I should just comply. The man is the head of the family. I have to submit. I have to do that. You understand? Before I go now, because I really need to go, I'll tell you this last story, yeah, before I go. This couple, right, they had issues, and at that point, the woman had decided that she was going to go. She's had enough, she's going. So they had a mediator come in, with a pastor mediator, who came with, marriage is ups and downs and this and that, that kind of, those levels. So when the guy started showing a lot of aggression, the pastor now realized that, hang on, this guy is not talking about what the Bible says. What he's talking about, the guy actually said, my brother, what you are talking about is not love. It is control. In fact, he said it is tyranny. I hear you saying she has to listen to me. She has to do what I say. It gets even better. The husbandman told the mediator, I'm not going to listen to you, pastor, anymore because you can't change the Bible. The pastor's like, what are you talking about? I'm talking about love and submission. He said, yeah, but let her do first, because in the Bible, it talks about love first. The Bible talks about submit first and then love. So let her submit first to end the love. You see, these are the kind of things that abusive people do. End your brownie points. You have to end, before you can touch me this night, you have to end your brownie points. Manipulation. It goes even further. Inside this same one mediation meeting, the man now gives an example in the Bible. He said, remember Abraham. Abraham got a promise from God that he was going to give him a son in his old age. And God gave him that son. When God gave him that son, right, God told Abraham, this same son I'm giving to you, take this son to the mountain and kill him. Husbandman said to the pastor, what did Abraham did? He obeyed. He said, that's how a wife should obey a husband. She should obey. Because the pastor was like, if you tell her to kill herself or hurt herself, are you saying he said yes, she needs to obey first. And his example was Abraham's story. Obey first. Take your son there to kill him. And then God will say, when you raise the life to kill the boy, God will say, stop. At that point, yeah, pastor said, I can't do this anymore. This guy is not well. You see what I'm telling you? Some of these people are not well. Imagine the example. Some people expect that their spouses should do everything first to earn the respect, the love, and the whatever. That's not a relationship. That's something else. That's master commander. In fact, that's slave trade. That's slavery. You understand? The person is your slave. So women, if you're seeing these kind of things, please don't enter that kind of relationship. Walk away. If you're in that kind of relationship, get out. Men, if you have that woman that is turning your head against everybody, your mother, your sisters, your brothers, your everything, please leave that woman alone. She's not a good person. Remember, your mother was always there all your life. Your father was always there all your life. Your friends were always there before she came in. So who is she now to come in to put a wedge between you and your support system? You understand? I'm not saying there's an extreme. I'm not saying that your friends should control your life, but I'm saying that who is this person that has the right to tell you who you talk to? And they now manipulate you, start crying. The day you say, oh, I want to go see my friend. My period, oh, my period. I just, oh, baby, can you just hold me? Okay, as a good man, I'll stay there. Oh, my mom called, she's in town. I want to go see her. My head, that my back. Oh, you see, you never spend time with me. If you haven't married her yet, these are indications that walk on by, walk away. You get me? So on this very interesting note, and we'll be back again, obviously, next week, Monday, to continue from where we stopped. And, my lives are based on questions I get within the week. Drop your questions. I'll come to you. I'll create a video. Don't miss my video tomorrow. Yeah, it's on the same matter. Yeah, go on YouTube, Talk to Dot. Look for Talk to Dot and subscribe. Click the notification button so that you can get updates of when stuff come up. Like my page, you'll get notifications of when things are coming up. If you know people that are going through this thing, yeah, and they're still there over years and years and years, please help them, because they've got to that stage where they can't help themselves. You need to now literally help them. Nothing lost, just help them. Because trust me, yeah, you're better off stepping into that situation and trying to help them than hearing that they got killed or they died or they killed themselves. You get me? So step into the situation and help them. You're a teacher, you're a boss, you're a lawyer, you're a hairdresser. You see these things all the time. There's nothing wrong with it. Step in. You understand? Step in and help them. Anyway, just say something. It might just be a sentence that will help them wake up. Do it for them because they can't. You know Terry Crews, right? Big American actor, the one that did White Chicks. He told a story, and I love it. I quote that thing all the time. He grew up in an abusive home. And he said, I could never understand why my mother would never leave. I used to say, when I grow up, I'm going to sort my dad out. This is one of the reasons why he became big body muscles and all that. He said sometimes his mom will pack her things, get to the bus stop, and turn back. And he'll be like, Mommy, why? Why can't we just go? And she'll say, where am I going to go? It was not about where, because he's like, just go anywhere, even on the street, just go anywhere. She said, no, I can't go anywhere. I have nowhere to go. It wasn't about her not having anywhere to go. It's because she was too broken to go. That had become her normal. The abnormal had become her normal. Do you understand? And he said this, he said, it took him time to grow up to realize that his mother actually needed help. She needed someone to get her out. She had been broken so much that she couldn't do anymore. But imagine someone that grew up saying, I will never be like my father. His parents stayed together because they were trying to keep this happy marriage thing going. He stayed in that family so long that Terry Crews grew up to become an abusive father. And he said, every time I was abusive towards my wife and my daughters, I went back and I cried. He said, I couldn't imagine how I had become like the man I said I would never be. So if you think you're staying there for your children, you're just destroying your children. Trust me. Get out of that place. Like I said at the beginning before I go, my name is Dot Ikweregirl Achiru. Talk to Dot. Get in touch. Subscribe to my channel. And unlike pastors and marriage counselors and all that, if you are going through an abusive situation, I will not tell you that the choice is not for me to tell you. I'm telling you, get out. End that relationship and walk away. Yes, I said it. Peace.